Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the show, Late Night Laughs with the Lawsons. I'm your host, the funny guy, Daniel Lawson, and I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you who tune in every Tuesday. I think it's so cool. I think it's awesome, and I truly do, deep down from my heart, greatly appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you, listeners and viewers over on our YouTube. Also, thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. I mean, goodness, you guys showered it all. I think my birthday was it on Monday, the 10th? Was that a Monday? I don't know. But June 10th was my birthday. Last episode, that aired right after my birthday. And so this episode is also after my birthday, but I haven't got to say thank you yet. So thank you guys so much for just showing the love to me and my wife over on Instagram and Facebook. And if you guys are listening and say, oh my goodness, I didn't know they had an Instagram, guess what? We do. It's the.awesome.lawsons. And as well as Facebook is just the Awesome Lawson. So thanks for tuning in. Good morning. I'm ready. I'm feeling good. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And I'm telling you right now, you guys started it off right because you chose to tune in to this. So thanks for that. But man, I'm going to be upfront about something. I've had some things on my mind. I'm doing this like low carb. Okay, really low carb. 50 carbs is what I'm trying to get a day. And get this. Did you know that a Pop-Tart has 70 carbs in it for both pieces of Pop-Tart? That's insane. I was like, oh, I'm a cheat a little bit. Okay, I'm a cheat. Guess what? Yeah, not today you ain't, Daniel, because 70 carbs. And I ain't about to eat a half a Pop-Tart. I'm 34 years old, 195 pounds. Do I look like I just need a half a Pop-Tart? No, I want the whole thing. Because those are good, especially the blueberry kind, and the wild berry, and the strawberry. Who decided to make the Pop-Tart without the frosting on top? They need to be fired or let go, gracefully, of course. But I need the frosting for my Pop-Tart. That's besides the point. My carbs are very low. So I'm just in a mood, I'm feeling just very moodish lately. And thanks for all that are around to just kind of put up with that just attitude. I need a Snickers bar. I say you're not yourself without a Snickers, so I probably should try to put that to the test, to be honest with you. This week has been very busy week, very fun week. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been working a lot. I have been busting my butt. And I was reading something, and it's okay. It's all right to be busy, okay? It keeps you out of trouble, right? It keeps you out of trouble. It keeps you focused. And if you're working towards your dream, your goal, being busy is great. It's going to get you there. I mean, it's hard work, right? It's going to get you there. But I'm not enjoying the small things. I'm not enjoying the moment. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very vulnerable on the show, and I'm just not enjoying the moment. And I need to just get outside. I need to get the sun on these shoulders, a little bit of sun on these shoulders, not too much, because I ain't trying to roast, okay? These shoulders ain't seen sun in a while, and I did go to the pool the other day, and I'm still radiating heat. I'm not burnt. I'm just on that fine line of being crispy and burnt, okay? It's a little toasty up there, but I need to get outside more. I need to go for a walk. And that's why today I'm working on some audio today. And I went in there and told the kids and Whitney, I said, look, here's the plan. I got a lot of work to do, but here's a couple things we could do. I'm going to finish this audio, but I'm setting aside time. Like, we have to go outside. We have to enjoy time as a family. Like, granted, the job is busy. My life is busy. Our lives are busy. We got the kids in the extracurriculars. But it's so important to just take in the present moment. And that's all it is. It's like, I want to go outside. I want to enjoy time with the kids. I want to enjoy time with my wife and enjoy it. I want to enjoy it outside, enjoy it on the back porch. So today I gave him some options. I said, look, here's what we can do. I'm going to work. I'm going to get what I need to get done. But after that, we could go to the park, okay? We could go to Lost River Cave, do some exploring, take the GoPro, do some family vlogs. Those are fun. Everybody enjoys those. I enjoy them. You know, it's not work to us. That's something fun we enjoy doing, right? Or we can blow up this giant slide that I've went down. And if y'all haven't seen the video on it, go check it out. It's on a YouTube short. I dressed as Granny and went down the slide. The cane ended up coming up and smacking me in my lip, okay? And that hurt for about 3 days. And my knee is still a little sore, but it was fun. We had a good time. We could blow up that, and the kids can play outside. We can sit outside for a while. But I want to do something. Go to the park. Y'all decide. Y'all let me know. Daddy's got some work to do. Let me knock this stuff out, film the show, and then we off to the races. I'm going to enjoy this day. And I would encourage each and every single one of you to do that as well. Enjoy the present moment. Whenever you're out with your family, whether that's out to eat, out to play at the park, put your phone down. Put it down. And I know it's hard. It's hard for me. Like, that's our life. Technology, phone, socials. I mean, that's our life. Put it down for a little bit. Lay it aside and enjoy the present moment. We talk about this on my other show, the Daniel and Jordan podcast. That is family. It is not family friendly. It's adult friendly. It's great humor. But we talk a lot about big words, mindfulness, gratitude, the present moment. We talk about a lot of these words and we break them down a little bit. But we talked about the present moment. And as I do more reading and self-educating, it kind of sticks a little bit each time. It sticks and sticks. I'm one of those guys where I have to hear it a couple times. I don't know about you, okay? I don't know what kind of learner you are. I'm not the one who can read it and then I'm ready to go, okay? I wasn't like that in school. It took me a couple times, and that's okay, all right? What I'm saying is, however you need to learn about it, you need to learn about it. Take some time. Do some self-education on the present moment. Do some self-education on mindfulness, okay? Being aware of those small things that are around you, you know? But unfortunately, the big thing that's around me is my family, and I need to be mindful of my work, how busy I am, even though I enjoy it. But right now, am I enjoying it? You know, like, I'm so busy. Dude, it's been so nice outside this week. So nice. Every day, sun shining. I'm talking great temperatures in the morning. You know, it's a little toasty right now out there. I mean, I got some sun, like I said, on my shoulders. It's beautiful outside all week. What have I been doing? Working my butt off, which is, I'm not saying don't work hard, okay? You need to set your priorities up right and pick those priorities. Sorry, hit the microphone here. Pick those priorities that are important. Line them up. Set them up. Look at them. Okay, I need to do this. This is number one priority, spending some time with my family. When throughout the week am I going to be able to do that? Schedule that if all you do is work. Set some time aside for you and your spouse. You know, I told Whitney last night, I was like, look, I need some time with you. Let's sit on the couch. Let's not even watch TV. We laid on the bed and just talked. We held each other, gave a little smooch, you know, what couples do. But it was amazing. I loved that. I loved being held. I like to be held, you know. I did some holding too, you know, but we scheduled, I guess we didn't schedule. I was like, look, we spending time together. But we set some time aside. Cadence was like, Mom, are you going to lay with me? She's like, honey, I need to spend some time with Dad. And kudos to Whitney for that. You know, I think it's so important. If you or your spouse is so busy, set some time aside. That way you guys can remember why you fell in love and talk about their day. Talk about the work that they got going on. Talk about any feelings that you've been feeling the past week. It's so important. Communication's key, right? We've talked about that. It was great to just be on the bed talking. She was telling we even watched a funny video or two together. I mean, it was perfect. It was much needed, and I feel refreshed. Maybe I just needed to be held for a little bit. I like to be coddled. I know I'm 34. I'm a man. I got a beard, but I like to be coddled, and that's okay, And, I'm just so grateful, which we talked about on an episode or two ago. I'm so grateful that we still have that fire in our relationship. Without her, dude, this household wouldn't be able to be functioning properly. Okay. You're talking to a 34-year-old busy man over here. I ain't got time for no laundry. Thank God Whitney does the laundry. I would probably have on the same underwear, to be honest with you. But hey, who blames me? I'm a 34-year-old man. It is what it is. Most importantly, she allows me to stay focused in here while she tends to the kiddos when's necessary, and it takes a strong woman to be able to do those things. And I honestly, women out there listening or watching, I don't think you guys get enough credit. I'm going to be honest. I don't give my wife enough credit. And it takes taking a step back and looking and realizing the things that she does, like reminding myself everything she does, to be able to say, hey, I appreciate everything you do. Or for me to tell myself, like, dude, your wife's amazing. It's so important. Take some time, step back out of your body if you can, and just look over your whole house. Go out your body, look at your whole house. Is that possible? Maybe, imagine it. I don't know. Take a step back and just look at what you got. Look at it and realize these women, they don't get enough credit. My wife does everything. She tries to cook, okay? She tries to cook. I'll give her that. She tries. She can make some really good brownies. She tries to cook, but hey, everything else is taken. The kids are tended to. The kids are taken care of. The dishes are done. The laundry's done. Everything. And I think it's so important that I have to tell myself to be like, look, dude, look what all she's doing. And I appreciate her for that. And all of you women out there, thank you for all you do, because without you guys, honestly, the world would be kind of a messed up place. It would be stinky because all the men out there, they'd be wearing the same clothes. They wouldn't have the dishes done, and there might be some independent men out there. That's okay. We recognize you too. But I don't think women get enough praise for the things that they do and the stuff that they got to put up with. The grouchy husband who's honestly just not mad at her, not mad at the kids, not mad at anything, but just so overwhelmed and busy. Men carry so much. Men carry so much on their shoulders, so much on their chest. We can't show any sign of weakness, because if we crumble, our family crumbles. And honestly, I think that also women need to be graceful, if that's the proper term, and understand how much men do carry. Maybe you take a step back too. Women that are listening or watching, take a step out of your body and be like, what does my man do for me? What does my husband do for me? What does my boyfriend do for me? Realize those things. That's going to be you acknowledging them. And then you're going to start thinking on them like, man, he works so hard for this family. And I just ask that we all do that, men and women. Let's appreciate each other. Let's enjoy the present moment with one another and appreciate each other. It's been a week, I tell you. It's been a week. And did I say thanks for tuning in? Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share these episodes, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're watching. I am trying a new little setup. I got a different angle here. I'm doing a little practice of the thirds rule. So, if those of you that are in photography or filming, you got a grid on your camera. It's a grid of 6 boxes. And thanks, Jordan, for letting me dive in this wormhole to do some self-education on this, okay? You got 6 boxes on a camera grid, and the center boxes and obviously it's divided into thirds. So the third of the screen is what I'm using. That's where I'm placed at right now. And the rest you can kind of see a little bit more, which I like. Instead of it just all being uptight and in my face, you know, you get a little bit more scenery. And the cool thing is you can still clip your shorts out of it, right? Not like the shorts I'm wearing, but the shorts for like your Instagram or your Facebook or your YouTube or whatever you use it for, your stories. You can still clip all those. Everything's the same. The camera's just shifted over a little bit. But man, I mainly wanted to jump on here today and just talk about parenting a little bit. Parenting. And I had this discussion with Cadence. And it's always Cadence because she's the oldest, right? She's 12 years old. She's going into middle school. She is in her prime right now as far as soaking in words, soaking in phrases, soaking in life. She's in her prime. So now's the time to attack that, I feel like. Not really attack. Attack is a strong word, okay? All right? More like just kind of talk to her a little bit and just feed her some information that my dad and my parents fed me. But one that sticks out is my dad. My dad was hard on me. My dad was extremely hard on me. He was ex-military. Those of you who listen or watch may know him. He was ex-military, and he was hard on me, which I think groomed me to who I am today. And a lot of the things that he did or said, he used my sports as the analogy because that's what I loved. So whenever he was talking about life, you know, he would use certain things in the sports that I was in to describe that. And one in particular, life was the baseball. I played baseball. I was a baseball star, I tell you. I don't know if I'd have went pro, but if I'd have stuck with it, I think I would have played college. Listen, boy, when I tell you I was a baseball star, I was up there. I was fast. I was on second and short. I was fast. I could hit. I could throw. You could put me in the outfield. I'm gunning you down, baby, at home. Don't you go home. If Daniel's out there, you better not go home. You better stay because I'm going to get you out. I'm going to throw you down. I was a baseball star, okay? He used baseball, the baseball, as life. The ball itself was life. And I told Cadence this story because she's getting a little frustrated. She's getting a little frustrated at basketball. And she tried this skill or exercise. We have her in solo and group lessons to kind of get her skill level up, which she's great. But, you know, when the season's over, what are you doing? You're training. If you want to play ball, any sports, you think the NBA players or the Major League Baseball players are done when the season's over? No, that's when the work begins, okay? We start training. So we got her in solo lessons. We got her in group lessons to be able to exercise these skills and grow better as an athlete. And boy, she's growing. I tell you, she's getting good. She's getting good. Some of the drills and skills, footwork and stuff that she does, there's no way. I would sprain an ankle, break something, trip over myself or something. But I don't tell her that. I don't say, boy, you're looking sharp. I always say, hey, great job. I don't tell her how great she's getting, okay? Because I don't want her getting all big-headed. I want to keep her humble. I want to keep her hungry. I want to keep her working hard because the second she realizes, hey, I'm actually doing pretty good. A lot of people step back. A lot of people relax and then just coast. They get comfortable. What happens when we get comfortable? We get lazy. And then the people that's working hard, that don't stop working hard, always pass us up, okay? So don't get comfortable. Don't get cocky. Don't get lazy. But she's trying these new skills, and it's pretty tough. So she's got this cone. She's on the so you could see a basketball court, okay? Well, you got the 3-point line. Then you got like the box that outlines in you know the free throw lines here, and then there's that hoop that's on the outside of the free throw line that connects to the 3-point line. Don't know what that's called anymore. Used to play basketball back in the day. Don't even know what these things are called. But she's got the cone. We'll call it a half moon because that's what it looks like. So she's got the cone on the line. And she's leaned down at a 45-degree angle with one hand on the cone. And she's got to run at a 45, bouncing the ball all the way around, stop, and then come back, do the right hand. And then on her way back, she kind of stops, but still keeps dribbling, and then goes in for the layup. She got so frustrated because she couldn't do it. She couldn't hold her body weight up. And her tutor, which is a guy named Rob here in Bowling Green, great guy. And we're going to have him on the show. I've said it before. I say it all the time, but we're just trying to find a great time to have him on the show. And he was like, do you feel like crying? And she's like, yeah. She breaks down, dude. Breaks down completely. And she's upset. And, he's like, look, it's okay. It's all right to have emotions. It's all right to break down and cry. But what's wrong? What's the matter, though? She's like, it's hard. He's like, okay, yeah. Things are hard. Things in life's hard. Let's try it again. Okay? Well, she couldn't get it. Well, this last practice, I was so proud of her. She was like, hey, remember that thing we was doing? Let me try that again. And I think she did that because we had this conversation. Let me tell you. She was ready to give up. She was, the first hard, the best way to describe this is everything he's thrown at her, she's picked up. What takes kids 2 and 3 weeks to understand and to do takes her a lesson. So he threw something at her. He threw a hard curveball, and she missed, and she struck out. And I'm glad he did that. He kind of humbled her a little bit. But I was talking to Cadence about a story about when I was younger and how Dad took me to the ball field. And this story all came about because she was ready to give up. I was like, look, you can't give up. Life is going to throw you curveballs, not just basketball. Life in general, it's going to throw you curveballs. You're going to pop a tire one day driving down the road. Yeah, that's why it's important to have a little nest egg you're sitting on. Do the best you can with what you got and save a little what you can. There's so much that we think we need that we really don't. So save some money just in case for little emergencies like that. That way you're not caught in a pickle. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like pickles like that. But Cadence was ready to give up. And I said, look, let's sit down. Let me tell you a story about Dad, who is a very smart man. Very dumb too, just like me. I'm very smart, very dumb. He loves to make people laugh. And I don't know what I did or what, but it was just very common when Dad was done working on the pool or on the deck, if he was building something, he was like, hey, there's still some daylight. Let's get a bucket of balls and let's go out to the Woodburn ball field. And it was very common for him to do that. The day that I remember, I grabbed the balls and we went. He put me on short or second, and he would start, when I say teeing off, boy, he was teeing off like King Griffey Jr. Some I'm talking big time hits. And I was young. I don't even know if I was Cadence's age now. I think I was younger, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I was 12. I may have been. No, I was younger than that. I was probably 10, 8, 9, or 10. I was around that age. And we go out there. He's beaming them. I'm talking the hardest I think that man could hit. Stay in front of the ball. And I'm like, they're passing me, flying past. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're crazy. I ain't staying in front of no ball. And I stayed in front of the ball one time, and I got hit. I got hit hard. And Dad told me to get back up. And I know this sounds so cliche and whatnot, but he was like, son, you're going to get hit with the ball. You're going to get hit with the ball so many times. He was teaching me also to stay in the batter's box. Don't back out. You're going to get hit. But the cool thing is when you get hit, you have the choice to get back up or stay knocked down. And it took me so many years to understand it wasn't the ball Dad was grooming me for. Maybe in that moment, maybe through that stage of life. That key word though, life. That's what Dad was grooming me for. The ball that's going to knock me down. And when he says you have the opportunity to get back up or stay on the ground. But regardless, guess what that ball keeps doing? It keeps going. It's still in play. The dude who just hit that pitch is still running. So what are you going to do? You're going to get back up? You're going to grab that ball? Or are you going to stay on the ground and lay down? It took me so many years. I'm talking after my 30s, guys. After my 30s, that ball, he wasn't talking about the ball. He was talking about life. There's going to be so many times throughout life, and I told this to Cadence, there's going to be so many times throughout life that we get knocked down. But what happens when you do get knocked down? Are you going to stay knocked in the dirt? Or are you going to get up, dust yourself off, make an adjustment, wipe the sweat, wipe the tears, wipe the blood, and get back in it? What are you going to do? I'm asking you, what are you going to do if that ball of life hits you, the listener, the viewer, Cadence, whoever? If that ball hits you, what are you going to do? You're going to stay knocked down? Or you going to get back up and show that ball who's boss? Because I'll tell you what I did that day. One, I didn't want to look bad and make my dad feel any kind of way. I got back up. Did I do it for me at the time or did I do it for him? I probably did it for him. But doing that for him made me do that for myself 30 years later or however long it was. Doing that for him led me to be able to do that for myself. So yeah, maybe I did get back up for him. Maybe I continued to play baseball as long as I did for him. But at a certain time, when I had to make that decision for myself, who am I getting back up for? Am I getting back up for me? Well, there's nobody else here. Someone just talked sideways to me at work and has ruined my day. Am I going to get back up, or am I going to just keep going south and keep letting my day go to shit? What are you going to do? I got back up for myself when that opportunity or moment presented itself. And I told Cadence, you're not going to be great at everything. As long as you give 100%, that's all I ask. And I'm here to support you. But you're not going to quit. You ain't taking no easy road out. I told Whitney. She's like, well, do you really enjoy, if you don't want to play? No, don't even feed her that. You cannot. And listen, I love my kids. I love Cadence. I'd do anything for her, and I would support anything that she does. But she wanted to do basketball. She loves basketball up until the moment when she failed a little bit. And just because you have that failing moment doesn't mean we get to quit. Just because you get knocked down with that baseball doesn't mean you ain't going to play no more. You loved the game prior to that. So why throw in the towel now because you got a little boo-boo on you? Why throw in the towel now because you can't do a certain exercise? You've worked so hard this long. Why give up? Why throw your hands up? Why quit your job? Because someone pissed you off, right? No, don't let life, don't let other people dictate who you are, what you love. You started that game for a reason. You signed up for a reason. You're in these extra, what do they call it? Extra, I'm going to call them tutoring sessions for a reason. We're paying for them, but we didn't say, hey, Cadence, I think it's a great idea for you to do this. No, we said, hey, Cadence, is this something you'd be interested in to maybe do a little bit better, maybe get you on the middle school basketball team? Because that's our dream and goal right now, is to get on the middle school basketball team at South Warren. Well, she wanted to do it. We gave her the tools. Now it's up to her to get the job done. Well, after that conversation and how I said that baseball is life, I said that exercise, everything relates. It's all the same thing. And Cadence, I was 30 years old or so when it hit me, and I realized that baseball Dad was talking about, it's not the ball, it's not the basketball, it's not the exercise, it's life. It's your mentality. What are you going to do? Are you going to get back up? So I said, tomorrow at practice, what are you going to do? Listen here, guys. This is where it gets good. She said, Coach Rob, remember that drill we did the other day? He's like, yeah, such and such. I don't even know what they're called, but he was like, yeah, the such and such drill. She said, I want to try that again. I said, oh, I didn't even make a face at her, but I'm in my body going, yeah, girl, get it, boy, let's go. Okay. And guess what? She did it. She completed it. She did the left arm. She did the right arm. And afterwards, it gets better. Afterwards, she goes, that was easy. He's like, right? Yeah. It just takes practice, guys. And you can relate this to anything. It just takes practice. I get a little teary-eyed when I get excited. It takes practice. And that's all. You're going to get knocked down. You're not going to get it right away. When I started first video editing, go look at my first podcast episode. What do you think? What do you think from then to now? There's some growth. I would hope audio-wise and visually, there's been growth. Can it grow even more? Heck yeah, it can. I can have some moving cameras in here. I can figure out some cool techniques. As long as I'm growing, I ain't dying. Okay? Apply it to anything. You're not going to get it right off the bat. You're not going to understand what your boss is trying to tell you or a new skill you're learning right away. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're not robots. Robots you can program those things to do perfect things. And guess what? Even they mess up. Even they shut down. I mean, that should tell you something. Give yourself some grace and give yourself the fighting chance. Give yourself the opportunity. Give yourself some willingness. Give yourself some drive to get back up. Grab that ball. Clock back in, whatever it is you're doing, and grab the bull by the horns. That's all I got for you. Parenting's tough. Parenting's tough. A lot of the stuff that I know today, it's either just now hitting me I just turned 33 or 34. I say at the 33-year mark when I'm able to do a lot of self-education myself over the things that my parents and my dad taught me. Because this stuff didn't happen overnight, Not overnight. I'm 34. And some of you listening may be like, oh, well, you didn't know that? He's a you know what? No, people learn different. I'm a repetitive learner. I said that at the beginning of the show. I got to do it, and I have to see it. I have to feel it. I have to read it. I got to do everything of the process. I forget what types of learners there are, but there's some hands-on learners. There's some people who could watch something be done and be ready. I got to do it all. I'm that kind of kid, okay? I'm the one that has to be part of it. I got to learn about it myself, and I got to physically do it by myself after I do it with somebody. I got to do all the steps because I was a little gifted, and that's okay. We all special in some kind of way, and that's how I am. Give yourself some grace. Enjoy the present moment, what we talked about at the beginning, with your family, with your wife, with the kids. Get outside. It's summertime, y'all. Put your phones down and enjoy some time with each other. Enjoy some time with the kids, because that's what we're going to do today. As soon as we're done filming here, as soon as my wife wakes up, because she was supposed to be here today, but she wasn't. It's okay. Guess what? I'm going to give her some grace. She was exhausted, and that's okay. She works hard. She works hard. Was I frustrated? Yeah, but it's all right. She better not let it happen again, though. I tell you that right now. She got one more time. One more time, I tell you. I'm just kidding. I'm going to give her some grace. I got what I needed done. Surely I had to make a little small change of adjustment on my plans of what we was going to talk about. But guess what? That's okay. It turned out fine. We're both here. You're here listening. You're enjoying the show. You're laughing. And you're saying, you know what? I think he's kind of right. Or you could be thinking the opposite. You know what? This guy has no idea what he's talking about. Just have some fun. Get the stick out your ass is all I'm trying to say, okay? Get it out of there and enjoy life. Enjoy the present moment and enjoy time with each other. And most importantly, enjoy time with your family. Because at the end of the day, when everything's gone, when you retire, when your job's gone, when you, what is that check called whenever you get 60 or 70 and you start getting that income, whenever that starts coming, guess what you got? When all that's gone, you got your family. You got your family. So hold it near and dear to the heart and enjoy time with each other. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. This has been fun. By myself, I've laughed. Does anybody else laugh when they're by themselves talking or telling a story? If you do, comment it on the video. I'd love to hear about it. But thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the day. I mean, it's Tuesday. Come on now, tomorrow's hump day. Y'all know the drill. We halfway done with the week, but guess what? We still gonna work hard. We still gonna work hard on the weekend. All right? I'm telling you, keep your head up, stay busy, keep working, but be mindful of your time. Be mindful of your priorities and enjoy the present moment. Guys, thank you. As always, stay awesome and stay sweet. We'll see you next time.